Okay, so I am taking the letter of credit in the second part. So what is letter of credit, how it works, and what are the basic methodology or terminology used in this letter of credit. That is what we are going to understand in this letter of credit. This is just kind of understanding that we are going to understand. Okay, so as far as payment method is concerned, we have already discussed about advance payment. What is advance payment is in the part 1. In part 2 we are going to discuss about the letter of credit. As far as documentation is concerned, we have already discussed the basic definition what is LC is. So what we understood from that documentation part is that letter of credit is a document issued by importer's bank. Okay, so here it is clearly stated that the payment comes from the importer's bank, not from the importer side. Now this is the most important thing. Here payment comes from the importer side. Okay, not from the individual or not from the importer. So this is one of the best feature which minimize the exporter's risk, and that is why it is the most common and it is considered as one of the most secured way for payment. So by definition, let's try to understand what is actually this letter of credit is. Okay, so under letter of credit, payment is made by importer bank. Okay, now this is most important. Who is going to give you the payment? As an exporter, if you are an exporter, your payment is made by importer's bank on a behalf of importer. Okay, but condition apply based on presenting the right documents. So most important thing is payment is made by importer's bank, but based on the representation of the appropriate document by the exporter. So this is what the hidden, not a hidden condition, but this is what the ultimate condition. So based on the documentation, based on the negotiation of the documents, or you can say based on the representation of the appropriate documentation, the importer's bank will give you the payment, okay, to the negotiating bank. Now this is the third most important thing. Okay, this is what the third most important thing. First is here importers bank is going to give you money on the basis of documentation represented by the exporter, but to whom? To the negotiating bank in its country as required demanded by LC. Now this is the third case. Okay, so there are 3 points. First point is importers bank is going to pay you. This is first thing. Second, on presentation of appropriate documents. This is the second condition. And the third condition is to whom they are going to pay? To negotiating bank they are going to pay. So this is what the 3 basic conditions which is included in the letter of credit. Okay, as required and demanded by LC. Payment to the exporter under LC is not made by the importer, but it's made by the, clearly, it's made by its bank. Operationally, LC is very similar to the functions of bank credit. Let's try to understand actually what LC means. So, the first and foremost thing is, initially, exporter signs the contract, sign the contract with importer. Okay, at the time of signing the contract, he will ask, or he decided that okay, we'll go with LC as a payment term. Okay, so they have already decided. Okay, now this entire contract signing is made on, say for example, 1st March of 2020. Okay, so contract signing date is 1st March of 2020. So within, say for example, couple of days or within a week or within a 2 week, just max to max 2 weeks, importer is required. Importer is required to submit the LC copy as far as contract is concerned. Okay, this is so. Say for example, within a 8th of March, importer needs to submit the LC copy to exporter. Okay, so during that week, what is the first step? The first step is importer will request importer will request to its bank that, sir, I need to pay certain amount to the exporter through a letter of credit. So I am requesting you to open a letter of credit in the name of exporter having bank account in ABC Bank. Okay, so this is what the first request. After examining the bank credit, after examining the credit worthiness of a importer, issuing bank issues letter of credit. Issuing bank issues letter of credit. This is step number 2. Okay. Now, once the exporter's bank, which is known as negotiating bank, receives the letter of credit, submit this document, submit this document to exporter. Okay, exporter will check everything because it is clearly written that exporter needs to submit all the documents. So exporter verifies. One exporter says everything is okay and he retains the LC's copy. Okay, then the first cycle is over. In the fourth step, once he receives the LC copy, that means confirm payment, he dispatches the goods. Once he dispatches the goods, say for example, just to try to understand, once he dispatches the goods, the last document that he received is, say for example, BL. Okay, and this is the list of documents which are mentioned in the letter of credit that you need to submit the BL copy. So this is what the last document is. So during this, goods are already on board. Okay, either it is on board or let's take it is on transit. So during the transition period or during that onboard period, once he completes the onboard formality, he collects all the documents and submit these all the documents. Submit his all the documents to negotiating bank. Okay, then just try to understand the flow of these documents. Once you submit all the documents to a negotiating bank will verify everything, okay, and transfer these documents to a issuing bank. Now all the documents are with issuing bank verify all the documents, okay, and immediately release the payment, okay, immediately reimburse the payment. Just look at this, the word. Okay, this is what 5.5 and 6 step. Once the exporter submit the documents, immediately he receives the payments from the issuing negotiating bank. And once the negotiating bank submit the documents, the issuing bank reimburse that payment. Now all the documents are with whom? All the documents are with issuing bank who actually paid this entire export transaction. Now exporter has received all this material and the goods are still in the transit. So it might possible when he submit the documents, goods are over here. When he gets the payment, goods are over here. Now it is a time to collect the consignment by importer. Now all the documents are with issuing bank. Now issuing bank submit the documents, issuing bank submit or provide the documents against the payment. So this is what LC is, and that is why it is known as one of the secure and the best way in payment method. So what we did is, this is simple, very simple. The first step is importer requests an importer's bank for an LC importer's bank. Check the credit worthiness and the financial stability. Okay, and then issues letter of credit. That letter of credit is transferred to the another bank. Okay, obviously, this is why it is considered as one of the secure because banks are involved. So now negotiating bank receives the LC copies. He inform the exporter. Exporter will notify that everything is okay as far as LC's conditions are concerned. Once he complete everything, he ship the goods. Once he ship the goods, he receive all the documents, and once he submit all the documents to a negotiating bank after verifying all the documents and fulfilling the conditions mentioned in the LC, he release the payment. Now all the documents are with negotiating bank. Now negotiating bank will transfer these documents to the issuing bank. Issuing bank will verify everything and reimburse his payment. Okay. Now all the documents are aligned with negotiating issuing bank. Okay. Once all the documents are aligned with issuing bank and the during this period, the goods has been reached to the importer's port. Now, if the importer wants to take a custody from the custom departments of his country, he needs to submit all the documents. Okay. So, as in when he requires all the documents, so he needs to pay all the money to a issuing bank. Now, it is between issuing bank and the importer. As an exporter, we have nothing to do with that. How they are collecting a payment, how what is the procedure of getting the original document. This is between the importer's bank and the importer. But as far as mechanism is concerned, the importer's bank, the issuing bank, rather to say importer's bank, the issuing bank submit all the documents against the payment. Okay, with certain charges. So this is what the letter of credit is. Okay, but as far as it might possible that sometimes the negotiating bank and the issuing bank are not that much popular or not in a market very famous in the market. So at that time, we need to use certain other banks called advising bank, the confirming bank, and the negotiating bank. The transformation remains same. First, issuing bank importer request the issuing bank issues the LC and send it to the advising bank. Advising bank inform the exporter. This is the first step. Exporter ship the goods. Okay. Now he collect all the documents. Once he collect all the documents, he submit to the negotiating bank. Negotiating bank submit all the documents to the confirming bank. Confirming bank forward these documents to the issuing bank. So finally, issuing bank receive all the documents and he start getting paying. So he transfer the payment to the reimbursement bank. Reimbursement transfer to the negotiating bank, and negotiating bank transfer to the exporter. This is what the LC is in case where more than two banks are involved. Why we are adding banks? Because everyone knows that bank is considered one of the safest uh, entity or institution in payment method as far as payment is concerned. Okay, so if the financial standing of the issuing bank is unsatisfactory, and importer is residing in a political risk country, exporter must demand LC duly confirmed by the exporter's bank or any other Indian bank of good rating and standing. This is what we have discussed already in this presentations. Okay, so under LC, exporter gets payment from the nominated bank and not from the foreign buyers. This is what we have already discussed. Now, what are the advantages and disadvantages? So basically, advantages as far as in nutshell, advantages are concerned. One of the most safe and secure way of getting a payment. Here, banks are involved, so almost each and every transaction is uh, very clear and transparent. Disadvantage is that once you make any mistake or say for example discrepancy in a document preparation, that would be considered as one of the disadvantage in this entire cycle. So be careful while preparing this kind of documents or this kind of mistakes. Okay, so be careful. Do not make any printing mistake. Do not make any other source of mistakes like